Well, checking in with us via Skype for the final time during this end of the second leg of his Thank You Canada tour is Crossroads founder, David Mainse. So, Dad, where do you find yourself today?
Well, we're in Parry Sound, and I'm parked right outside the Comfort Inn. They allowed us to use their internet services. Actually, we spent the night outside the church here, but we've had quite a tour across north central maybe, or however you say it, Ontario. And of course, we started over in Bancroft. We were there in the Pentecostal church, and we had a great group of partners, lots of enthusiasm for the future of the ministry, Ron, and everybody will be happy to know that our partners are on board to keep the ministry strong. And then across to Huntsville. In Huntsville, we were there at the Faith Baptist Church. A great congregation in that city. The next day, the churches of Huntsville were actually doing what they called a Hug Huntsville. And they were out helping seniors clean out their eaves troughs and getting ready for winter and doing all that they could. Then, of course, across our first view of winter coming up. I hope everybody's warm and cozy right now, because these shots are on along the road between Huntsville and Parry Sound. And then, of course, in Parry Sound again, we were at the Fellowship Baptist Church, had a great group of partners there last night, and we're heading on to Bracebridge now. And yes, this is the final stop tomorrow in our second leg of this four-legged creature called Thank You Canada. And so we'll be on over in Bracebridge, and God willing, we'll start again throughout Ontario, mid-February on through into the spring, and in the fall of 2011, Alberta and British Columbia.
Well, you've been on the road for a couple months now
Yes.
with Mom, and it's been a long haul, I'm sure. But how's it been for you to handle those kind of night after night things?
Well, Norma Jean and I both have had a cold, and by the way, Norma Jean is living up to your description of her the other day that we heard on 100 Huntley Street, where you called her, Ron, something new. You called her a huggerite.
Yeah.
I think Jim Candlelight had just said Norma Jean's given more hugs than anybody else in the country, something like that.
Yeah.
And so she specializes in hugs. And of course, when you hug somebody, the local Baptist minister here yesterday, a wonderful lady, she from the First Baptist Church here, she said if you have a cold, it's better to hug because you're breathing back behind the person. So there you go.
Hey, that's a good point. Never thought of that. So let me have you come up on the screen the final evening that you're going to. That's Wednesday night, tomorrow night, November 3rd, Wellington Street Pentecostal Church in Bracebridge, Ontario, and that's the last of many, over 2 months of touring on this tour, and coming to the end of leg number 2. So any parting words as this will be our last check-in with you until you start the tour again in mid-February.
At noon hours, we're doing a luncheon for pastors, and we have a survey form we're doing from the McMaster University Divinity College in Hamilton. And I was just thinking, today's reading in the Daily Bread devotional booklet is about the Good Samaritan. And a Lutheran pastor out in Saskatchewan put on his site, his Facebook site, he had, or on the site of the man that I quoted, actually a pastor from Ohio, I quoted him, where he always wanted to be the Good Samaritan. He would pray and say, Lord, can I be the Good Samaritan today? And then he heard that still small inner voice say, you can't be the Good Samaritan. That's my job. You have to be the innkeeper. I'll bring people to you, and you take them in, and you care for them, and when I return, I'll repay you. And so there's the story for today from Daily Bread, the Good Samaritan.
All right, thanks so much, Dad. And I know you're coming off the road, but just when you think things are slowing down, I know you and Mom are taking a tour group to Israel next week. And so may God continue to give you lots of strength, and thanks for checking in today.
Ron, may I just mention one other thing? This Sunday, I'm preaching the anniversary service at the Gananoque United Church, Gananoque, Ontario. And so anybody in that area, love to see you Sunday. God bless.
All right. Bye-bye for now. And thank you for staying in touch.
Now there are even more ways to join the 100 Huntley Street online community. We'd love to hear from you, so stay in touch with us.